My favorite coffee forever. It's Monday. You guys are probably wondering why did I just DoorDash coffee if I have an entire Breville machine on my counter. And that is because I cannot figure out how to use that Breville for shit. Like one day I'll make the coffee and it's perfect. And then the next day I'll make it and it's like absolute shit. And I didn't even like change the settings. I ordered like blank straight coffee beans. I tried to do it at home. It wasn't working. But DoorDashing coffee is a really bad habit and I need to stop doing it, but it's just easy. I just have to do something for my brand right now. Something with the back end, which shouldn't take me too long. And then I'm gonna film a Diva Bootcamp video today, which you guys probably won't see because I'm filming that for TikTok. So let's get to work. This is my like get my shit together week here. I'm done traveling, I'm done playing games, it's time to get to work. She got away in the city. Remember I used to drive a Yukon. I pull up whenever you call. In the parking lot are you with me? Alexa, play Yukon by Justin Bieber. I'm gonna get copyrighted.
Yukon by Justin Bieber from Spotify.
But I'll serenade you guys for a second.
You're off the wait list. Alexa Plus is free during early access. Want to hear my new voice before your music starts? Just say.
No! No! Alexa, you call. I pick up whenever you call. And I know. Love Liquid IV. Like it's actually like, I think one time I had like 4 of them in a day. And then I looked it up and it was like, you're only supposed to have 1 because it can like throw your electrolytes off. But I was like, they're just so good. Like they make you want to drink water. I drink water anyway, but like this shit, I like the lemon lime one and they're sugar free too. Like, let's pick out my gym outfit. So the summertime here the weather has been so trash. And these past like 4 days have been like so nice. And so what I've been doing is like laying out. There's like a few equinoxes in the city that have like rooftops and they have like pools too, like chairs and whatever. So I've been laying out and I want to lay out today because it's like 90 degrees. So what I think I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna go film at this new gym and then I'm just gonna go edit at the Equinox. It's like kind of close to the gym that I'm going to. There's an Equinox with a pool, so I might actually just like bring a change of clothes. And that's one thing, you guys, Equinox membership, like sure it's expensive, but like there's so many locations in the city. Like sometimes like I will literally just use it like if I'm going to like an event or like if I'm going to dinner and like I have a big bag with me, like I'll just go to the nearest Equinox and like just use the locker and like lock my stuff and like it's like a storage unit. Like there's pools. It's expensive, but honestly, if you live in a big city like New York, I think it's worth it. Oh my god, these shorts got so much tighter. Did my ass get fatter? Oh shit. The nice thing about my building is that my trash chute is on my floor. It's literally right here. Absolutely gorgeous day in the city. You guys, I forgot what it's like to film in public. I'm like a little bit shy today.
Vlogging?
I am. Say hi!
Hi!
You guys, I'm like actually so pissed off right now. This is like, Diva Bootcamp is so fun for me to film. Like it motivates me to work out because I know I'm motivating you guys to work out. And so I haven't been able to find a gym in New York that lets me film. It's really like Equinox, just they don't let people film. So I found this one gym, like it looked nice. It looked like it had good lighting, whatever. So I called this gym. I was like, hey, I was just wondering, is it okay like if I bring a tripod in and like film, like whatever? They're like, yeah, that's cool, like whatever. No problem. Okay, I was like, hi. So I pull up to the gym. I bought a day pass. I go to work out. I set up my tripod. I film literally the first clip. Welcome back to Diva Bootcamp. I get tapped on the shoulder by this the manager, and he's like, hey, like, we like don't allow like filming. And I was like, somebody literally told me from the front desk that I was allowed to film. And so he was like, yeah, I'm sorry, like I just get a complaint. And I think honestly what the thing was that the person, there's like this one person who I guess complains about people filming, and he was literally on the machine next to me. And so I think he like had to say something to me. Like he was really nice about it. Like he was like, we really don't care about filming, but like I guess because this guy was there, like he had to enforce the rules, which is like, whatever, fine. But then like, don't tell people that they can film. So I literally packed up my tripod. I'm not about to stay there. And like, it wasn't even like that nice. So I literally like, I packed up my shit, grabbed my bag, I went to the front desk. I was like, hey, sorry, like you guys like told me like I could film when I called, but when I went to like film, like the manager told me I wasn't allowed to. Everybody at the front desk was like, that's kind of weird. Like we see people filming here all the time. So I packed up my shit and I'm going to Equinox. And I don't even know what I'm doing with my day. I'm not going to be able to film my workout. I thought I was going to have a nice productive day, but sometimes life just throws you curveballs. I don't know. Just finished my workout. Look how pretty it is here. I love the West Village. It's just so gorgeous. But honestly, I'm exhausted, and it's because I was like halfway through my workout and I remembered that I haven't eaten all day. So I'm gonna go to this one place over here that I like. It's like Mediterranean bowls. It's like so flavorful and tasty. Like look how pretty. Look at how pretty. Look at how pretty. Anyways, I'm gonna go grab some food. Hey, Jesse. Ooh. Basically tried to film today. Did not work out, so now I'm gonna have to try to find another gym. I don't understand how I could find a gym in Michigan that let me film and I can't find one in New York. Like, it just doesn't, like, why is everyone even so, like, is it that big of a deal? Like, holy shit. We're literally in public. So anyways, I just went to lunch and then I went to one of the Equinoxes with a pool, and like I laid out, I got a little sun kiss. Now I'm back home and I got some PR from Mr. Patrick Taw. Gorgeous. Patrick Taw, this packaging. Oh my god, it's like so luxurious. She goes to the gym. This is the cream bronzer. Pretty. Can you guys see that? It's like, I'm gonna try this. So pretty? What? Wait. Thank you, Patrick. Patrick, cut me a check. What the hell? Let's get into this apartment tour. So, here's my front door. Okay. Right here, when you walk into your left, is the kitchen. So, it's a little messy right now. Just please ignore the stuff on the counter. My coffee machine that I can't figure out how to use just quite yet. I have an electric stovetop here, and then we have an oven that also doubles as a microwave. Here is my dishwasher that I haven't used one time because I haven't cooked a single time in here. Fridge. We have a bottle of wine, some salsa for when I want chips and salsa. Tons of Coke Zero, obviously. Some protein shakes. Very simple. Here's my freezer. It's literally like Grey Goose and Saint Germain for my martini. I swear I'm not an alcoholic. Chocolate covered pretzels, ice cream, and popsicles that my friend got when he was staying here that I absolutely hate. My snack cabinet is like a 2-year-old. We have barbecue Pringles. I love these. Chips for my chips and salsa. We have club crackers for just like crackers and cheese. I was craving that the other day, like really weirdly. I don't know, so I just got crackers. Popcorn for Netflix. Tons of hot Cheetos. More chips. Pop-Tarts, liquid IV. Some popcorn seasoning. I don't know, that was PR, so. Over to the right, we have a walk-in closet. Walk-in closet, my ass. We just have a coat closet with my shoes. Here we have an in-unit washer and dryer, which was an absolute necessity for me because I will not be using anybody's washer and dryer. And here is my gorgeous family room. This couch is like so comfortable. I could literally sleep here all day. I wanted something that was like a cloud couch vibe, but the actual real cloud couch is like $6,000. So I was just like looking and digging, and I found this brand called Albany Park, and when I got this, it was on Memorial Day sale, so I think originally it's like $3,000, but I got it for like 21 or 22, which is still a lot of money, but I don't regret that for shit. I think there's two things you should not go cheap on when you're furnishing your apartment: your mattress and your couch, because that is where I spend most of my time when I'm in here, and it's so important for you to be comfortable in your own space. This couch is going to come with me to like all of my other apartments. I'm obsessed with this couch. Same with my mattress, and so yes, it's expensive from the jump, but if you think about it, like this is probably going to last me like for years. So I'm wondering, why is my dining room table here? Because I like to work on my couch and I don't have the chairs. The chairs are coming in this week. My rug is coming in this week, so this space is actually going to look a lot different. So this is across from my wall. Right now my TV's on the floor, which is like so ghetto. But here's the thing. So my dining room table is gonna go here against this wall with the two chairs. And then I'm gonna get a credenza, like something low. And then I'm gonna put the TV on the wall. Then we have this little hallway that will take you into my bathroom and my bedroom. This is the hallway. Right here against this wall is my bedroom. Very messy right now, like I said. And then right here, before the bedroom, is the bathroom. This is my bathroom. It's pretty tiny, I'm not gonna lie. It's just literally just like a square. But you just have obviously your sink, your toilet. I have this mirror, which I need to find some type of lighting because the lighting in here is like so bad for filming. I need LED lights like right here that just like shoot out at your face because it looks cool, but this backlight right here, it's not good for filming. Right here is my shower. This glass door just opens. And right here is a little storage cabinet where I put like all my skincare and just like, I like this because it's like very hidden and very sleek. Watch this, watch this. Pay attention to the lamp. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning, Lonnie.
Period. Now watch this. Alexa, good night.
Good night, Lonnie.
Period. I actually need to message maintenance to come and fix the shade, but I want to clean my space before the maintenance man gets here and like shits his pants from how messy it is. My bed frame and my nightstand are from a brand called Thuma, which I love because I put this together myself and it was so easy, and they're also really high quality. This lamp is from CB2. The other side of my bed is a closet, which is, again, like honestly it's pretty big. Like it fits pretty much. Like I didn't pack too much when I was moving here because I thought that I wasn't going to have enough space, but honestly I have a lot of space in here, so I'm probably going to fill it up with some cunty clothes. Okay, that is my New York City apartment right now. Like I said, I still need to get a credenza for over here for the TV. I need to get some type of like dresser for my room. I'm not sure where it's going to go or how. It's probably going to have to be pretty small. And then yeah, just like little things here and there, but we're almost done. The thing that I love, and I don't know why this window looks so dirty right now because it doesn't look like this in person, but so right here, that is downtown Brooklyn, and that is the One World Trade Center, and you can see it out of any of the windows. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit. But yeah, that's Manhattan. That's Manhattan right there, and then this is downtown Brooklyn, like right before Manhattan. So yes, I moved to New York, and I'm gonna answer. I'm sorry, my hair looks so crazy right now. But I basically put like a poll on my Instagram, and then I'll answer these questions, then I'll just like kind of explain why I moved, how I moved, the details of moving, stuff about moving that nobody tells you because, I don't know, you just don't hear about it, or at least I didn't hear about it. So let's talk about my move to New York. Okay, how difficult was it to transition from mobile driver to public transportation? P.S. I love you. Honestly, it wasn't hard, but it's just really different, and it's not hard. I would just say that it's like annoying. Like, you're basically running on, like, the subway's time. Like, if something's wrong with the subway, like, you're fucked. You just have to sit there and wait. There's a lot of crazy people in the subway. It's just, like, kind of annoying. Like, public transit is annoying, but that's just kind of, like, what you have to deal with here, because even if you take an Uber, like, the subway is definitely going to be faster than the Uber, but it's just, even if you're driving, like, it's annoying to even just, like, drive here. However, on that note, I am considering shipping my car here for the winter time because I don't know if I can handle it during the winter. And I'm also, so I leased my car, and it was a 3-year lease, which means this entire year is the last year that's left on my lease. And while I've been here, I've still been having to pay for my lease payment, which, mind you, is not cheap at all. So I'm like, if I'm already paying for a car and it's just sitting back at home, like, I might as well just ship it here and use it. So I think for the wintertime, maybe I'll try and see. I'm not sure. How's it been overall mentally? I think it's been, like, great mentally. Like, I don't have any notes. I think probably the most challenging thing that I've had to deal with is not living alone, surprisingly, because that was probably the biggest change for me, but it's been the best change for me. At the same time, like, I don't have a problem living alone at all. I think the only thing that's kind of been challenging for me is making friends, and it's not because I'm not social or, like, I'm not friendly or I don't want to make friends. Well, actually, that's not true. I kind of feel like I've unintentionally been not wanting to make friends, because a lot of the people that I run into or, like, make kind of, like, friends with, I don't feel like we are on the same vibe, or, like, that we would be good friends. I don't know, I haven't been putting a lot of energy into making a lot of friends, but at the same time, like, it's been so crazy. This is why I haven't had a YouTube video in so long, because my life literally has been so insane since March when I decided to move here, that I haven't had time to do anything. And then I got here and I moved to New York, and then I've been literally, my lease has been for now, like, 4 months, and I think I've been out of town for 2 of those 4 months. Like, I have been traveling and in and out of town, so I haven't really gotten a chance to, like, fully just, like, sit down and enjoy the city, and that is happening now, which is why I'm getting back on YouTube. I'm getting my life together. I'm getting my content back together. It has been an insane summertime. But overall, mentally, I think it's been great. A lot of personal growth, a lot of mental growth, but those things do, I guess, like, I don't know. I think I was already used to New York before I moved here, and so I don't think that it was, like, as big of a move as it sounds, like, moving from Michigan to New York. I was already very familiar with New York. I already had, like, a few, like, friends or, like, mutuals who, like, lived here, and so I don't think it was that big of a move as it may have, like, looked. What was the main reason you decided to go through with moving? This is a good question, because honestly, it happened so fast. I have recently made some, like, closer content creator friends, which before I always had them, but they were more so, like, acquaintances, and so they weren't, like, super transparent about anything as far as, like, opportunities. Like, you know, you just, like, talk in passing and that whatever. But recently I made some content creator friends who live in, like, bigger cities, and they were just saying, like, all of these opportunities that they were getting, and even being, like, very transparent about the pay that they were getting, and I was just like, that's it. That was the final straw. Because there you see, like, these creators, and they are getting more opportunities. They're being paid more. They're being put on more brand trips simply because they live in bigger cities, and they are constantly going to events. They're constantly going to meetings. They're constantly in the people who, like, run the brands, like, as far as influencer wise, they're constantly in their face. And when you're constantly in their face, you are given priority over creators who, for example, live in Michigan. Like, I lived in Michigan, and sure, I came to New York a lot, but the second you leave the city, the second you're forgotten about as a creator. It's a really oversaturated industry, and so that was it for me. And I can't even tell you how, like, thank God these past few months have been, like, work-wise for me, has been insane. And I'm telling you that half of that work was because I moved here. That's why I decided to make the move. It happened really quickly, and so I guess I'll just transition into how I moved. And this couch is so fucking comfortable. I could just go to sleep right now, and I'm starving. I just ordered my favorite Thai food and can't wait for it to get here. We can do a little mukbang. Okay, so basically, after I had that realization, I was like, I need to move. And I've also been talking about moving for so long. I guess that was just like the last straw for me. I knew this real estate agent who worked with influencers in New York. I DM'd him. I was like, hey, can I come out literally this weekend? And I was like, can we just go tour a bunch of places and then we'll go from there? Flew out to New York the following weekend. This was like a Tuesday. I flew out on Friday. We toured a bunch of places. I told him I was mainly looking in Brooklyn because I know that in Brooklyn I would be able to find a space that was nice, new, not too far from the city, had everything that I wanted. And mind you, like, I wasn't being that picky because I already knew the real estate market here was just like insane. There were just like a few non-negotiables. I wanted a newer construction building. I had to have in-unit washer and dryer. And I told him I wanted really good lighting, and like a decent sized space. Like, I guess like those kind of sound like bare minimum things, but in New York, like, those are not bare minimum. Like, it's just insane over here. We toured a bunch of places. Mind you, I wasn't even in love with the apartment that I'm living in now when I toured it. I was just like, yeah, it's like cute, but like, can we do better? Like, so we toured a bunch of other places, mainly in Brooklyn. We were in Williamsburg, downtown Brooklyn area. But basically in New York, like, you're never gonna get your perfect apartment unless your budget is like extremely high, and then you can have like everything you want. But yeah, over here, like, if you're not sacrificing space, you're sacrificing amenities. If you're not sacrificing amenities, like, you're sacrificing like how your space looks. Like, it is just an insanely expensive market over here. So basically I was like, this is the best one that we toured. I think this is the best option as far as like neighborhood wise, amenity wise, you know, looks wise, content wise. I was like, this just makes the most sense for me. Let's do it. I signed the lease the next week after that weekend, like early in the week, and my lease literally started the following Friday. Mind you, like, I was still so shocked that I signed the lease, and like that it happened so fast. Like, my family was like shocked, my friends were shocked. They were just like, wait, you're actually moving? And I was like, yeah, I guess I'm like actually moving. Like, I was so not prepared. But there's a few things that I do want to tell you about moving to New York. Or I feel like this kind of goes for any city, but specifically in New York. A lot of people always ask. It's very expensive, very expensive. Whatever you think expensive is, make it more expensive. Everything is more expensive here. It's not just the rent. It's transportation, it's food, it's drinks, it's... You step out the house, like, and you're spending $50, $100, like, it's, like, bare minimum. There are ways you can do the city cheaper, obviously, but I'm just not a cheap person. I'm not gonna do it cheap, but I'm not gonna do it super expensive either. Like, I'm gonna do it comfortable. Just did everything the comfortable way. I got a real estate agent. A lot of people won't get a real estate agent because you have to pay the real estate agent usually 1 month's rent. So how it works here is if you get a real estate agent, when you move into a place, for example, this is my situation. I was moving into this place. You have to pay your first month's rent. You have to pay a security deposit, which is the same price as the first month's rent. And you have to pay your broker's fee, which is also first month's rent. So right out the bat, if you're moving into a place and you do it the way that I did it, you're paying 3 times your monthly rent for 3 different things: rent, security deposit, broker's fee. And that is literally, you walk into your apartment, you just paid what? $16K, and you don't have shit. There's not a couch, there's not a TV, there's not a bed, there's not a mattress, there's no furniture, there's nothing in your fridge, there's nothing. There's not a lamp, there's not a fucking blanket, there's nothing, okay? So, if you ask how expensive it is, that's how expensive it is. It's very expensive. But even, like, say you don't do it the comfortable way and you don't get a real estate agent. The reason I got a real estate agent is because the market here is so insane that literally all my tours were private tours, which you would think, okay, yeah, that's normal. Like in Michigan, all your tours are usually private. You will literally be waiting in a line down the fucking block to see a place. And then it's not even just like you get to go in one at a time. There's like fucking 20 people in the unit that you're looking at. They all like the unit. They're all gonna apply for the unit. Like you're fighting for your life. So I highly recommend a real estate agent if you can afford to have one, because they make the process so much easier and smoother. All I had to do was go see the places. I picked one that I liked. He made it happen. He sent me forms. I put my signature down. I sent the money. That was that. Oh, also another thing that you might want to know is that if you are looking to rent a place, to get approved, you have to make 40 times the monthly rent a year, if that makes sense. So for example, if you wanted to lease a space that was $1,000 a month, you would have to make at least $40,000 a year. If you want to rent a space, if you wanted to rent a space that's $2,000 a month, you have to make $80,000 a year. And you have to prove that too. Like they run your credit, obviously. They need to see invoices, they need to see bank deposits, bank statements, they want to see how much is in your bank account. Yeah, and you can imagine like everybody trying to move to New York and everybody trying to look at a space, like it gets really competitive, and having a real estate agent made that much easier. I don't know what I was thinking because it happened so fast. I just don't think that I was thinking. I was just like, this move has to happen for my career. This move has to happen for me personally and my personal growth and my mental growth. This move has to happen, so I did not care about any of this, or I wasn't thinking about any of this, but shit is so expensive, and like visiting New York, obviously you know it's expensive, but living here is a whole nother ballgame. I was dating life. This was a really popular one. Dating life in New York City, you guys, I haven't even hugged a single man here. I haven't kissed a single man here. I haven't been interested in a single man here. I don't know what it is, but the men here, in my experience, are like actually such a joke. I'm at a phase in my life right now, and I hold this bar to friends, family, and especially men, dating men. In my like any type of relationship I have, the bar is very high, but the bar is very high because the bar is high for myself. And if I won't ask for anything that I can't give to you. It's not like I'm asking for that much, but the bar is as high as me, and I'm not lowering that bar for anybody. If you want to date me, you need to be emotionally and financially stable at the bare minimum. You need to be a good person, like your heart and your soul. You need to be a good person. If you want to date me, if I want to date you, I'm not going to consider you as a candidate if your life isn't together. My life is very well put together. I'm a very structured person. I don't party a lot. I'm not into the party scene, really. I know it looks like it. You know, I'll pop out every now and then, but like usually I'm with my friends. We're doing something chill. We're doing something casual. Don't get me wrong. I've had my nights in New York City where I went wild the first month that I lived here, because, you know, something you have to learn when you move to a city is like something I had to learn, because, you know, you can do whatever you want whenever you want here, especially when you're an adult and especially when you have your own money, okay? I could go clubbing here 7 days a week, no problem, until 4 in the morning, 6 in the morning. Like, it's crazy. There's always something going on. And when I first got here, I was really in love with that. And like, people would be inviting me out left and right. Like, come here tonight, what are you doing tonight, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like going with it. But now I've really definitely stepped back from that because it's fun. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fun. You have a really fun time, but it's just, if you don't have control, you could get lost in this city so easily. Yes, I party. But it's not like at the epitome of my being. Like, a lot of people, like especially the gays, like, and there's no judgment. It's just not what I'm looking for in a partner. Like, a lot of gays, like, they're out every single, even weekend. I'm not out every weekend. I'm out every 2-3 weekends, maybe. But they're like out, and you know, that's fine. It's just not what I'm looking for. I don't know if you guys watched my TikTok about me being stood up. I got stood up on my... I'm just gonna actually, like, I'm gonna insert the TikTok because I don't feel like explaining the story. When I tell people that I've lived in New York for 2 months and I haven't gone on a single date, they usually look at me like I'm crazy. Like, how is that possible? I'm gonna tell you how, okay? I'm gonna fucking tell you how. It's not my fault. I matched with this guy on Raya, and mind you, Raya has never just done it for me, but for some reason this man was just bringing the energy. We connected really well. Everything was going great. We had a lot in common, and then we just exchanged numbers, and we had been talking for like a week, but he was out of town, so like I really couldn't see him until he got back into town. And then once he got back into town, it was like during the work week, and he was like really busy, completely understandable. I was like, when do I get to see you? He was like, I'm very busy this week, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm all yours. Okay, period. A 3-day weekend bender of a date. That sounds like a fun time to me. I guess fucking not. When I tell you guys everything seemed a little bit too perfect about this man, that I was like a little bit suspicious, and now I understand why I was suspicious, because my gut like actually never lies to me. He was like, Friday, I'll pick you up at 5 p.m. We're gonna go out. He wasn't gonna tell me like where we're gonna go. It's like a cute little date, whatever. Like, I love that. Like, I love surprise. I don't wanna know where we're going. Just tell me what time to be ready. I'm ready, okay? So today we were talking, everything was normal. I texted him several times confirming 5 p.m. to which he responded yes every single time. It's now far past 5 p.m. and he hasn't answered me since 3 p.m. And that's why I haven't gone on a single date the past 2 months that I've been here, because these men are fucking idiots. You could put the most perfect candidate for them in front of their face and they'll look at you like cross-eyed, like they have no idea how to handle you. Which is fine, I wouldn't know how to handle a bad bitch either. You will never be hearing from me again. You will never be hearing from me again. Lose my fucking number. Thank you. That happened, and you wanna know the tea? Do you wanna know what happened to me a week after I posted that TikTok? I open up my Instagram, I go to my DMs. This man had a boyfriend the whole time. That's a perfect summary of the New York dating scene. This man had a boyfriend the whole time, texting me so sweet, talking to me so nice. Like, what a fucking joke. Honestly though, I do feel like, and just this is just being like very transparent, I feel like when I moved here, like finding and like getting a boyfriend was like almost like one of like my top 3 priorities moving here. Like, aside from work, like I wanted a boyfriend. Like, and so I feel like I was looking really hard. I got a really good taste, and that actually made me not want a boyfriend. I got such a bad taste in my mouth from the New York dating scene that I have fully stepped back from wanting a boyfriend, and like a man can't even look at me anymore. I have like it's so weird. Like, I used to go out and like be looking like, oh, where are the cute men? I don't even look anymore, bitch. I don't look. I'm saying that now. That's how I feel now in this moment, and that's how I feel like I'm gonna feel for at least the next month. So, you know, that's not to say like if the right person like comes along, like I won't change my mind. If the right person presents themselves and they show themselves correctly, sure, like I will, like, you know, it's not like I'm not gonna take that chance up. I thought it would have been so much better here than it is in Michigan. Turns out I have more hoes in Michigan than I do here. I cannot have my titties in your face right now. Like, let me just put a shirt on because my food got here and I'm hungry, but I still want to yap with you guys before we go back to the couch. These are the best spring rolls I've ever had in my whole entire life. Like, literally the best. Shush noises. Back to men and dating. Welcome to my dating show. I'm not one to take dating advice from because I've been single for 25 years now. Oh! This is horrible. I ate too much. Oh, I'm the sink. She's got away. Never let anybody tell you that your standards are too high, and never let anybody let you think your standards are too high, because I promise you, your dream partner exists. Whatever your dream partner looks like, whatever they look like, I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about the way that they treat you. I'm talking about the way that they act. I'm talking about the interests that they have in life. The dream partner that you imagine, that you want to be with, exists. You just haven't found them yet. I'm sorry, let me take that back. They just haven't found you yet. And so I have full confidence that my dream man exists. He just hasn't found me yet. What has been your favorite part about living in New York City? I think my favorite part about living here is that you never know who you're gonna meet. You never know who you're gonna run into. You never know where the night is gonna take you. There's just so much opportunity here. I think that's my favorite thing about the city. My favorite bar or club in New York City. This is a good question. Okay, I have 2 favorite clubs right now. One of them is the Public Hotel rooftop at sunset during summertime. They have an outdoor sunset little thing that goes into the nighttime, and then you can go to the inside where the DJ is, and like there's a dance floor. The Public has honestly always been one of my favorite places because it's one of the few places in the city that is not house or techno music. They do like throwbacks. It's just all good music, and a lot of the places in New York are like either techno or house, and I actually don't mind house music. I like house music, but it's very hit or miss. Techno, fucking hate that shit. Hate that shit. I don't even want to say it. Fine. It's this place called Submercer, and so one of my favorite restaurants in the city is Sartiano's in Soho. Really, really good Italian food, lobster pasta specifically. They also have really good steak. Everything on the menu is great. Really good vibe. Typical restaurant in New York, like in the basement, like dimly lit. Really cute for a date night, honestly. That restaurant is underground. They have another layer underground called Submercer, and it's a club. And I have had a time there every single time that I've went. I've been to like all the clubs here that are like, oh, the who's who's, oh, the you can't get in here unless you know somebody, which, mind you, that is every club here. Like, it sucks so bad how New York City club culture is. Like, you can't just like go out and like bounce from club to club. Like it is so ridiculous. Like, these bouncers have the biggest ego ever. You would think they I don't even know. Me personally, I won't go out unless I'm going to one of the places that I know the bouncers at and they're just gonna let me and my friends in, or I'm going out with somebody who either has a table somewhere, or I'm going out with somebody who also knows a bouncer at like maybe one of the clubs that they go to. I won't go out unless I know 100% I'm not waiting in line and I'm going straight in, because otherwise it takes a shit on the night. If you're going to a club and like you have to wait in line and then you get to the front of the bouncer, they look you up and down and they're like, you're not pretty enough. Oh, you're not like, get the fuck out of here. Who are you? It's so shit. It also just depends on your vibe, like what you like, or like what kind of music that you like. So, will there be a new Element Studios release? Yes, there will. We're not stopping anytime soon, although we did take a break for the summertime because the tariffs were like actually fucking me. Like, I'm not joking. Whatever I was gonna pay for like my summer order got doubled, which also means that the price of my product is gonna have to be doubled for me to even make any type of profit. And it just, I didn't want to do that to you guys. I didn't want to do that to me. Like, I want my brand to always be accessible. I'm not trying to pull like an Aloe. I'm not trying to pull like a Nike where like I mark this shit up 300 times the price. I'm not trying to do that. And so that's why I decided to skip the summer drop, but I'm working on a bunch of stuff for fall and winter, so stay tuned for that. How do you organize your time now that you live in New York City? It's honestly funny because like my schedule that was in Michigan is the same in New York. I wake up in the morning, I go to the gym, I come home, shower, get ready, have my lunch, and then I'm just like working. The only difference is here that my schedule is very inconsistent now because of things like events or things like meetings. Like, now every day really does not look the same. Events are usually always like scattered, sometimes in the morning, sometimes afternoon, sometimes evening, you know? So my schedule has become a little bit more inconsistent, but what I always try to do is keep the things that I can control consistent so my life feels like kind of normal. This happens to me all the time too. Somebody said, "Oh my god, I saw you while walking today, hope you have a great day." You guys, I always get DMs. I'll go outside, I'll come back home, I look at my DMs, "Oh my god, I just saw you here, wanted to say hi," but whatever, like, please, I know. I know I look like a fucking cunt. I look like a bitch. I have a resting bitch face. I can't help it. Please say hi. Like, I'm very nice. Just please say hi. Like, I don't know, but, like, I feel like I look intimidating. Like, if you saw me, like, walking down the street, like, especially if I'm in, like, my gym clothes and, like, you see a big bitch coming down the street, like, spooky. How was the first week in New York City? Did you feel alone? I'm scared to make such a bold decision. The first week it was rough, I think, yeah. Because, again, I moved here, you guys, I wasn't coming from, like, an apartment. I didn't take any of the furniture from my house in Michigan. Like, I moved here, I moved into an empty apartment. The first day I got here, I went to Target. I got all the basic stuff. I had to get an air mattress because my mattress wasn't going to be delivered for, like, 3 weeks. I had to get sheets, a blanket, laundry detergent, just all the basic shit that you just, like, don't think about. I had to get that the first day. So the first few weeks were rough. I was on an air mattress, not really comfortable. Somebody said, "Do you eat Top's ass?" What happened to hi, how are you? Some of these questions are just insane. Like, why? I mean, I know I share a lot, but, like, why do you think I would share it? Someone said, "How much is your rent?" I don't think I talked about this. My rent is $4,300 a month. And then I get 1 month free throughout the whole year. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Yeah, it's pretty expensive. Somebody said Equinox, Temple, or Lifetime. Lifetime has better equipment. Equinox has better amenities. Lifetime has better equipment, in my opinion. What has been your favorite thing to eat since moving to New York? Every type of cuisine. And it's all so good. I can't pick. Maybe sushi or Italian. Oh, I will say, I haven't had good Mexican food since I moved here, and I haven't found any either, and I've tried a bunch of places. I think the Mexican food here is not good. Someone said, "Do you regret moving to New York?" Absolutely not. I just went back home to Michigan, like, last week to visit family. I don't regret moving at all. Why New York City? One, I feel like this is where the biggest, like, I feel like this is the best city right now for content creators to be in. This is where all of the brands that I work with are, all of the events. Best for work. It's really close to home. It's like an hour flight home. Miami, I just don't know. Like, I wasn't feeling it. I'm not a big fan of LA. It's also super far. So yeah, I just decided on New York. I like New York. I feel like out of the 3 major cities, New York is my city. Are you gonna go to med school, or do you have any other plans for your career? No, I don't think I would ever go back to med school. I'm glad to have my degree, but I don't think I would ever go back. Now my plans are just continuing to grow my content career, continuing to grow my business, and then, yeah. What amenities does your building have? The thing about amenity buildings, though, is just because you pay rent does not mean that you have access to them. Like, my building, I think if you want access to the pool, which, mind you, I don't have access to the pool here because it's so small and stupid that I would never even pay for that when I get a pool at Equinox. Like, there's a few Equinoxes in the city that have, like, a rooftop pool. The one at Hudson Yards has, like, full service, like, food and drinks. Like, that's a pool to me. But yeah, I think the pool here, they wanted to charge me like $1,200 for summer. Because it's only open during the summer months, so it's like $1,200 for the summer, which is like so stupid because if you saw the pool, it looks like a hot tub. So yeah, that was $1,200, and then what I do pay for is $75 a month, and that's for access to the rooftops and access to the gym, which I've never used. I've gone on the rooftops like twice, like when family or friends were visiting. Like, it's nice to like go chill there, like have a glass of wine or whatever. Your apartment touring, like everyone like thinks like to look at the amenities, and like that's where they trick you. They're like, oh, look at the amenities, they're so cool, we have all these amenities, they're so pretty. You never fucking use them. You're never going to use them. Every once in a while you're going to use them, but most of the time you're not going to. So don't let the amenities of a building trick you. Did you save before moving to New York City? Yes and no. Like, there wasn't necessarily like funds set aside in like a separate bank account for New York City move, but like there was a bank account that I was relying on to get me here. Don't come here unless you have a good amount of money or you've saved a good amount of money. Because again, it's a very expensive city. Your Day from Hell, New York City edition. That's actually so funny. I'm trying to think. Honestly, like, I don't think I've had an entire day of hell here. There's just been so many things that I've had to get used to living here. Like, all of the crazy people, like, on the subway. Like, sometimes you're literally trapped on a subway cart with, like, a crazy person. And, like, now what? I was just on a subway cart yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I think it was, and this homeless guy, like, sat across from me. But, like, I don't know. I don't really pay attention. Like, I guess I should pay more attention to my surroundings, but at the same time, I dare you to fuck with me, bitch. Do you see that shit? Do you fucking see that shit? I will fuck you up. And half the time I'm in a tank top, so I don't really think anyone wants to fuck with me. Because I will fuck you up. I look pretty, and I look harmless, but I will beat the fuck out of you. Anyways, this homeless guy sat across from me, and I don't look when you know, we're at a train stop and people are getting on and off. Like, I'm on my phone. And so then I just hear this guy next to me. He was like, hey man, don't fucking do that shit in here. And I look up to see what's going on, and the homeless guy was literally about to light a crack pipe. And then this guy and the homeless man they're going back and forth, like, screaming at each other. Homeless guy gets pissed off, gets up, and, like, walks to the other train. Yeah, I got called a faggot, like, the first week after I moved here because I wouldn't give this man money. He's like, can you give me money for, like, baby formula? I didn't say anything. I just kept walking past him. And he was like, faggot. Like, okay, sir, that was not nice. Moving is not, it's not easy. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking, honestly. Like, there's so much that goes into moving that you should prepare for and that I didn't. I just kind of, like, threw myself into the storm, which I'm glad I did because I'm here now and I'm settled, but it was really crazy for a little bit. So, yeah. I was going to take this glass of wine to my rooftop and take you guys and show you my rooftop, but honestly, the rooftop is like 3 levels above me, and so I figured we could just watch the sunset from my windows, and that way I don't have to get dressed. You guys, I also don't have a wine glass, so a martini glass it is. Ooh, see? This is the sunset from, oh, it's not really loading. It looks a lot better than that. Cheers to life. Cheers to New York. Cheers to a new chapter. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So, cheers. Love you, bitches.